everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ifunaya. In today's edition, I am going to be teaching us how to draft a basic block bodice. If you ask me, I would say that a basic block bodice serves as the framework of some female outfit because you can use it to make your cut set, your tops, your gowns, even your blazer jacket. So without much talking, let's dive into the tutorial.
So these are the equipment or tools that I'll be needing for the tutorial. As you can see, I have my lines drafted already. From my shoulder to my bust line is 10.5 inches. From my bust to my waist is 6 inches. Then from my waist to my hip is 8 inches. So now I am about to draft the neck. I am going to use the standard neck measurement, that is 3 inches. And then my shoulder is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5, so I'll mark out my 7.5. So now I'm going to come down by 1 inch because our shoulder is not straight, it's a little bit slanty, so I'll come down by 1 inches like so, and then I'm going to connect the line to my neckline like so. So the next I'm going to do is to mark out the depth of my neck. So you can as well use 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, 7 inches, even 10 inches, depending on how you want your bust to be showing. But I'll be using 4 inches in this tutorial, like so. So I am going to use my curve ruler to mark out my neck. In case you don't have a curve ruler, you can as well use your freehand sketch to connect the lines. So the next thing that we're going to do is to get our armhole depth. For you to get your armhole depth, it is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Mine is 7.6 inches. So I'll place my tape from the shoulder slope and get 7.6 inches. And then I'll connect the line straight to my shoulder slope like so. So now that point there is my chest line. You can as well rule it to the end, but I would want my own to be out like so. But you can as well go in straight like you drew your bust line. So now I'm trying to connect it well. All right. So the next thing that we're going to do is to mark out our bust point. My bust point is 9 inches, so 9 divided by 2, I'll be getting 4.5 inches. So I am marking down 4.5 inches from my bust line down to my hip line. So I am going to connect the line from my bust line to my hip line. I am going to connect the 3 lines like so in a straight line. So now on my waistline, I am going to mark out half inch, making it 1 inch. So I am going to use my tape to connect, to mark out half inch on the both side like so. So from my bust line, I'm going to come down by 1 inch like so, and then on my hip line I'm going to go up by 2 inch like so. So I am going to connect the line straight to my waistline and then my bust line, as you can see me doing like so. You connect the point straight to that half inch and then straight, like so. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to divide our armhole depth by 2, like so. You can as well divide it by 2 with calculator, or you can fold your tape into 2, like so, and then get your middle point. So you come in by 1 inch, 0.75 inch, or even 0.9 inch. But before we connect our armhole, we'll have to get our body measurement. So our bust divided by 4. My bust is 37. 37 divided by 4, I'll be getting 9.25, approximately 9.3. So I'll be getting 9.3. I'll mark it like so. So now I'll be getting my waist measurement. My waist is 32. 32 divided by 4 is 8 inches, plus this 1 inch that I took out, so it will now be making it 9 inches. So I'll mark it like so. So now we'll move over to our hip. My hip is 38 inches, so 38 divided by 4, I'll be getting 9.5. So I approximated it to 10 inches. So I'll mark it like so. So now I am going to use my rule to connect it, but before then I'll mark the same thing I did on my bust line. I got my bust line, I'll measure it, I got it 9.3. so I'm going to replace it on my chest, like so. It is going to be on both my chest and my bust, so that I'll connect it well. So now I am going to connect the 4 points like so with my rule, like so. So I am connecting from my waist straight to my hip. So now that we are done with the connection, we are going to move over to our armhole. So our armhole, at that midpoint, we are going to come in, just like I said. You can use 0.9, 0.975, 1 inch, depending on your preference, but I'll be using 0.75 on mine. So now I'm going to connect it to my point there. As you can see, I'm going to connect it with my curve. So I am connecting it like this with my curve. If you don't have a curve ruler, you can as well use your freehand sketch to trace it to that point, as you can see. So now our armhole is done. So the next thing that we're going to do is to add 1 inch seam allowance on the body. So I am going to add 1 inch on all my lines. So guys, please subscribe, like, comment if you have a question in the comment section, and share to your friends that you think that this will be helpful to them. So now I am going to go ahead and join the lines with my rule, like so. I'm going to connect the lines with my rule, like so. So now we are done with the front bodice. There's not much difference between the back and the front bodice. So I'll go ahead to cut out my front bodice. So I marked 1.5 zip allowance and I retraced the line I did in the front. So now I am going to measure my neck from that point, from that line that's from that particular line. Yes, so I am going to place my tape there and mark 3 inches. Remember, I'm using the standard neck, 3 inches. And then for you to get your shoulder, remember is your shoulder divided by 2. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2, I'll be getting 7.5. So I am marking 7.5 inches. So then I'm going to come down by 1 inch. Remember, our shoulder is not straight, it is. So I am going to mark my armhole. Remember how I said we are going to get our armhole, and our armhole is our bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Mine is 7.6. So I am going to mark that 7.6 like I did in the front. I am going to mark it down, and then I will use my ruler to trace it down, as you can see me doing. So the next thing I'm going to do is to rule the line. That line I'm ruling is my chest. You can as well extend it or leave it depending on your preference. So now I am going to mark my neck part. So the neck, just like I said, you can as well come down depending on how deep you want your neck to be like. So I'll be coming down by 3 inches. So I'll measure 3 inches down there, and then I'll measure out that same inches at that point. So I'll use my rule to connect the 2 points. So I'll connect it to my neck. I'm using my curve ruler. Just like I said, if you don't have curve ruler, you can as well use your hand and trace it. So don't forget your dart. Remember your bust span divided by 2. That is your dart, that line. So now I've already connected everything, but I'll still show you guys how I did it. So your shoulder divided by 2, you'll be getting your middle point. Instead of it to come in by 1 inch or 0.75 inch like you did in the front, you're going to not do so. You connect that point straight to that part like so. So remember to add your 1 inch allowance, and then at that zip allowance part, for you to avoid the bulgy part at the back part, you have to come in by 0.5 inch or 0.7 inch, but I came in by 0.5 inch, and then I am going to slant it with my scissors to avoid that bulgy part. So remember your dart, just like I did in the front, half inch, making it 1 inch. So the only difference between the front and the back dart is that the back dart went up from that bust line by 1 inch like so. So guys, see you in my next video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and also comment on the comment section. Thank you. Bye.